Well, Sierra Wave Media's Bennett Kessler spoke with Assistant Town Manager from Mammoth Lakes, Mariana Marashiva Martinez, and that was on Tuesday morning about the rumor that the town and Mammoth Lakes land acquisition had reached a settlement on the $43 million lawsuit judgment. Now, Martinez said Tuesday morning there was no settlement at that time. She said the Mammoth Lakes Town Council discussed the issues on Monday in a special closed session and that they were scheduled to continue those discussions today before their regular meeting. Now, Martinez confirmed that mediation talks between the two sides are also continuing. Now, earlier, Martinez said that the settlement was possible since the two sides had found much to discuss in court-ordered mediation talks, which began last Monday. We ask you to check out our website, sierrawave.net, for any of the latest updates in the negotiations. Well, history was made at the Bishop City Council meeting on Monday night. The Bishop City Council had its first Hindu invocation. This was containing verses from the world's oldest existing scripture, and this was according to a press release from Hindu statesman Rajan Zed, who delivered the invocation from ancient Sanskrit scriptures before the City Council. After Sanskrit delivery, Zed, who is president of the Universal Society of Hinduism, then read the English translation of the prayer. Sanskrit is considered a sacred language in Hinduism and root language of the Indo-European languages.
Can we all rise, please? Om Bhurvah Svah Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. We meditate on the transcendental glory of the Deity Supreme, who is inside the heart of the earth, inside the life of the sky, and inside the soul of the heaven. May He stimulate and illuminate our minds. Astoma Sadgamya, Tamsoma Jyotirgamya, Mrityorma Amratam Gamya. Lead me from the unreal to the real, lead me from darkness to light, lead me from death to immortality. Niyatam Kuru Karma, Tvam Karma, Jaya Hya Karma, Sarira Yatra Pi, Chatena Prasidhyad Karmana, Jagnarthat Karmanao, Nyatra, Lokoyam Karma Bandana, Tadartham Karma, Kantya, Mukta Sang Samachara. Fulfill all your duties, action is better than inaction. Even to maintain your body, you are obliged to act. Selfish action imprisons the world. Act selflessly without any thought of personal profit. Tasmada Sakta Statam Karyam Karma Samachara Asakto Hyacharan Karma Parma Panoti Purusha Karma Neva Hi Samsiddhi Mastita Jankadya Loka Sangreha Mevapi Sampasham Kartumra Hasi. Strive constantly to serve the welfare of the world. By devotion to selfless, one attains the supreme goal of life. Do your work with the welfare of others always in mind.
Rajan Zed, in a press release, said he is a global Hindu and interfaith leader and noted Hinduism, oldest and third largest religion in the world, has about 1 billion adherents, and mock liberation is the ultimate goal. There are about 3 million Hindus in the USA, according to Zed. Now, the Bishop City Council consists of Jim Ellis, Susan Cullen, Mayor Pro Tem Dave Stottlemyre, Jeff Griffiths, and Laura Smith. And again, the Hindu invocation at the Bishop City Council meeting on Monday. Well, we have a press release from the Forest Service saying that the Forest Service crews and partners have now spent a few months this summer maintaining and repairing roads and motorized trails, placing signs and blocking unauthorized routes to implement the 2009 Inyo National Forest Travel Management Decision. Now, after over 5 years of planning that led to the 2009 decision, the plan is being implemented on the ground. Now, the press release states that the words in documents and lines on maps are being turned into a sustainable network of roads and motorized trails that will serve public transportation and recreation needs for the long term. Now, this year and beyond, the Forest Service will continue focusing field crews on efforts that improve the condition of roads and trails, as well as on the protection and restoration of resources that the routes traverse. Now, as the public is seeing the decision taking shape on the ground, the Forest Service has received comments and observations some in support of the infrastructure and resource improvements, and others concerned with loss of access or the methods used to implement the decision. In many cases, the press release states this information has been helpful and will be used to change and improve the motorized transportation system. Now, if you would like to make a comment, observation forums that can help focus comments and help the Forest Service to organize and assess them, they are available on the Inyo National Forest website, and that is fs.usda.gov. You might want to go to quick links and you'll be looking for Inyo Recreation. Now, the press release states that, as always, the public should feel free to contact Forest Service staff. Also, this from the Forest Service, District Ranger John Riegelbrugge of the Mammoth Ranger District, Inyo National Forest, has made a decision to implement Alternative 2. That's a proposed action with a minor modification, and this is for the Reds Meadow Valley Wind Fallen Tree Removal Hazardous Fuels Reduction Project, as described in the Environmental Assessment, or EA. Now, fuels reduction work will occur in close proximity to recreation developments in the Reds Meadow Valley. Now, the purpose of this project is to reduce the amount of surface fuels so the potential for a high severity wildfire is decreased and wildfire defensible space is created around recreation developments. Now, these recreation developments include areas around Reds Meadows Resort and Pack Station, the National Park Service Ranger Station at Devil's Post Pile, and Forest Service campgrounds. The project was planned under the authorities outlined in the Healthy Forest Restoration Act of 2003. Now, the project will implement fuels reduction treatments on approximately 220 acres managed by the Inyo National Forest. Now, the fuels reduction work will include removal of wind fallen trees and disposal of slash by piling and burning, chipping and/or prescribed burning isolated patches where slash occurs in dense concentrations, and those are commonly known as jackpot burning. Now, the one minor modification to Alternative 2 will allow the option of tree removal using a helicopter in lieu of cable yarding in treatment areas with slopes steeper than 30%. Now, this modification will provide for more effective fuels reduction treatment in steep areas due to practical limitations on using cable yarding to remove downed trees in those areas. Now, implementation of the project will begin as soon as practical, likely this late summer and fall. Fuels reduction will continue over the next 1 to 2 years until the project is completed. And if you would like to get more information on this, you can contact the project leader, Sue Farley, at 760-924-5535. We'll be back with more news.